happy Saturday and happy early Easter because that's not until tomorrow. Welcome back to Noah Paranormal. Today, we're talking about something that might seem cute on the surface, but gets surprisingly eerie once you start digging into the folklore. Rabbits.
Not rats that I have right here.
He's being so affectionate right now. Now, most people associate rabbits with Easter, springtime, and of course, chocolate candy. But rabbits usually show up in a lot of strange legends around the world. You got ghost rabbits, witch rabbits, even rabbits connected to death itself. What? Spooky, I know. So today we're asking a strange question. Why does one of the most innocent animals in the world keep appearing in supernatural stories?
Well, my friends, the answer might surprise you because rabbits have actually been connected to the supernatural for a very long time. In some legends, they're messengers, and in others, they're omens. And sometimes there's something much stranger. What is that, you ask? Well,
let's start with one of the most unusual rabbit legends out there, the Black Rabbit of Inlay. Now, if the name sounds familiar to you, it might be because you recognize it from the book Watership Down. But the idea behind it comes from older folklore traditions and stories. The Black Rabbit is essentially the Grim Reaper for rabbits, which is just a terrible thing to even think about because rabbits are sweet.
How spooky.
When a rabbit's time comes, it appears to guide the spirits away.
Which might sound strange, but animals acting as guides for the dead actually show up in a lot of mythologies. These spirits' guides are sometimes called psychopomps, basically creatures that escort souls from the world of the living to the world of the dead.
I don't like any of it. Exactly. The rabbits appearing in the role is interesting because we usually think of them as harmless little animals, not spiritual guides between worlds.
They're probably kind, you know.
I hope so. I saw some really creepy pictures. But that's not the only eerie rabbit legend out there. Take it away, Kevin.
In parts of England and Scotland, there are stories about phantom rabbits appearing near old cemeteries and ruins. Witnesses describe them as glowing white, completely silent, and sometimes vanishing right in front of them. Why wouldn't they be silent? Most rabbits are silent.
In rural folklore, seeing an animal behaving strangely, especially at night, was often considered an omen. If a rabbit appeared and didn't run away or seemed to be watching someone, because they're prey animals and they freeze sometimes, people sometimes believed it wasn't just an animal.
In some European legends, rabbits were even believed to be shape-shifting witches or shape-shifted witches. People thought witches could transform into animals to spy on others, and rabbits were a perfect disguise. They're quiet, they move quickly, and they're common around farms and villages and stuff.
It's kind of sad too. Sometimes they'd sick hunting dogs onto these rabbits, and then claim that they would find wounds on witches later. I don't know, or find wounds on women in the village later.
Oh,
and they'd be like, "Oh, it's because she's a witch and the dog's got her," or whatever.
Oh, that's weird. Oh yeah, people were really superstitious back in the day.
Yeah, what a terrible thing for a bunny to go through because. So someone saw a rabbit just sitting, staring at them, refusing to run away. People used to think they might actually be a witch in disguise, which probably made the rabbit sightings a lot creepier back then too, though.
But rabbits also appear in a very different kind of myth, one that actually connects them to the sky. In several East Asian cultures, people believe they could see flying rabbits. No, I'm just kidding. The shape of a rabbit. The shape of a rabbit in the moon. This creature is known as the moon rabbit, which that sounds super cool. I love moon rabbits.
You really got me there. I was like, what? Where did you get this from? Oh, Jesus. Instead of pounding grain like a normal rabbit, the moon rabbit was said to create elixirs of immortality and apparently flight. So again, we see a rabbit tied to something supernatural, life, death, and rebirth.
Absolutely.
Did you just bite my leg,
Which may actually explain, no, I didn't, why rabbits eventually became the symbol for Easter. Because rabbits reproduce quickly They've long been associated with fertility, new life, and the arrival of spring.
Sorry, he's fighting my hand. This guy
Yeah.
is fighting me. In German folklore, there is a creature called the Osterhase, and I'm sure I didn't say it right. That's okay. Or Easter hare, that would deliver eggs to children. When German immigrants came to America, the legend slowly evolved into what we now know as the Easter Bunny. I always wondered where that came from.
So behind the cute modern tradition, there are actually a long history of rabbits being connected to spirits, witches, and supernatural folklore.
He's getting his ear thoroughly cleaned by the rat right now. So the next time you see a rabbit hopping through the grass, just remember, in folklore, that little animal might not always be as harmless as it looks. But now we want to hear from you. Have you ever heard any strange rabbit folklore or ghost rabbit stories where you live?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Is he biting your shirt? He is.
Let us know in the comments below if you've enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
If you hear any clicking, that is literally that rat right now biting his microphone. And if you want even more paranormal content, including extended episodes and bonus material, you can check out bonus exclusive material. You can check out our Patreon and everything else we're working on at knowall.link.
Okay, stay spooky, my friends.
Bye.
Bye.